The runner is picked off, and Craig not able to get a throw off. What did you see down there? That play right there, Donnie, break that down.
My name's not Donnie. Welcome to CloseCallSports.com's analysis of something that's really screwed up. Remember when we said that all weirdness in baseball is a result of a chain of critical events? Well, the first critical event is this failed pickoff attempt of this runner. It allows Contreras, the base runner, to get to second base, which is going to prove critical for what happens next.
The throw was a little low. There was a little hesitation and no chance to get him.
Grounded to third. Gonzalez smooth the silk over there, and there Craig will come off the bag. Well, actually shouldn't be laughing, as it's not a bad idea.
Oh
my goodness.
And then there's nobody at first.
No way.
I don't think
That is unbelievable. Never seen that before.
What's even crazier is whoever wrote the MLB Umpire Manual did see this happen, or foresaw it happening in the future, because there is an interp for obstruction that states, runner on first base, batter runner gets in rundown between home and first. Can obstruction be called going back to home? Answer, no, unless the obstruction is intentional. So there can't be obstruction going back to home, but of course there can be obstruction if there is a rundown and the batter runner starts running back toward first base, or I should say progressing toward first base, and obstruction occurs at that time. But the important thing is the note. In situations where the batter runner gets in a rundown between first and home, if the batter runner retreats and reaches home plate, the batter runner shall be declared out. This is the automatic out rule for rundowns between home and first, and all it says is that the batter runner is automatically out if they retreat and reach home plate. So it's really important for the plate umpire, Ryan Additon, to see here, and he properly sees that Baez does not get all the way to home plate before shifting his attention to the play with Contreras sliding head first into home plate, calling the runner safe. And one thing that you missed there, and you can't get this is a no-win, no plate umpire in baseball is ever going to be able to see this, is that there is obstruction by Craig on Baez, because Baez has now turned around to go to first base, so he's advancing toward first base. Craig is now in his way. You could have obstruction type A, and it works out better for the Cubs that the umpire doesn't call obstruction type A, because if you called obstruction type A, you'd have time, dead ball, award the batter runner first base. You wouldn't have a situation where the catcher throws the ball wildly into right field, allowing the runner to take second base. However, what if the catcher threw accurately to first base? Yeah, then you'd have a rhubarb, because that should have been obstruction type A. But it works out for the Cubs because now a runner is on second base and there's going to be a shallow hit to center field, and that runner is going to score. So the Cubs get 2 runs they shouldn't, all because the Pirates first baseman fails to touch first base for the third out of the inning. One thing I saw mainly on Twitter was it doesn't matter what happened at first base after the run scored, after Contreras touched home plate, because again, the run scored. He scored. So his run's good, right? My answer is no. Rule 508 is very clear about this. No run shall score during a play in which the third out is made by the batter runner before the batter runner touches first base. Period. There is no exception to that rule. That's the rule. So it doesn't matter if it's 2 seconds after the ball is hit or 25 seconds after the ball is hit. It doesn't matter if there's an intervening play or if there's no intervening play. If the batter runner is retired for the third out of the inning prior to touching first base, no run can score. Period. So that's my rebuttal to that. But if you're the Pirates, the easiest way to prevent this from happening with 2 outs is simply touch first base. Don't worry about the runner from third or from second in this case. That run does not matter as long as you put out the batter runner prior to the batter runner touching first base. Or as the Pirates broadcasters state,
Just an absolute terrible sequence of events for the Pirates.
I mean, even after the run scores, if you get the force out at first base, it doesn't count.
Yeah. That's amazing.
The force out at first kills everything.
Here it is.
The force out at first kills everything. All you got to do is get the force at first.
Susie starts backpedaling. Just throw the ball to first.
One final note, because I heard this too. No, this is not interference. Remember, Baez has the legal right to run toward home plate or to first base as long as he doesn't reach home plate, because he never retreated all the way and reached home plate. He's not automatically out, therefore he's still alive. You don't have retired runners interference. Heck, even if Baez was a retired runner, you wouldn't have interference thanks to the comment that states progressing or advancing is not itself interference. So thanks for that question too. But ultimately, this all comes down to Pittsburgh failing to touch first base for the third out of the inning. Visit us online at closecallsports.com, Twitter and Facebook at closecallsports. Be sure to tag first base when you can, and we'll see you on the site.
And bounce to Baez in time to get Defoe, and the Cubs sweep the series.
Crazy game this afternoon. Yeah, each team made some mistakes, but I think we made a few too many.